Hey, 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 everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, 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 Happy New Year. Okay? Listen, y'all have made it over. It is 2020. Listen, y'all, it is the second day of 2020, and you made it. 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 We made it. We made it. We made it. We made it. Listen, that is the first part. The first part is making it over. Listen, if you're tuning in, it's your girl Zsa Zsa. You're listening to Yeah, I Said It, and y'all already know. Y'all know what I'm going to do. Before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it, right? Listen, I am just so super duper excited. And just like I was saying last year, the year before, I'm excited. I'm super excited. Listen, I have my right mind in 2020. I have the activities of my limbs in 2020. I ain't in nobody's jail in 2020. I ain't in nobody's hospital in 2020. I didn't lose my mind. I still have my mind for 2020. Listen, you ain't in nobody's hospital, jail. You could be dead. You could have lost your mind with some of the things that you went through in 2019. But guess what? You didn't. You still here. You still alive, which is the blessing from God to let you know what? You got another chance to go be great. But if you're tuning in, you're listening to Yeah, I Said It. And before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. We're talking about we made it. Now what? Okay? So now that we've made it over to 2020, now what? Because there's a lot of things that we cannot do that we did last year. Okay? Because we saw we saw the results of some of the things that we did, okay? We're talking about ourselves because it's always good to have self-accountability 2020. One of the things that I reflected on prior to 2020 was how my 2019 went, what I could have done to change it, how I could have made it better. I didn't try to make any New Year's resolutions like I told y'all last year. I don't do New Year's resolutions. I just make goals and I execute. That's the only thing that I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. Because when you have New Year's resolutions, 9 times out of 10, we don't usually keep them, but we do keep our goals. Okay? And so we have that momentum. You know how we do every new year. We have that great momentum. I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to go to church more. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Listen, the main thing is you made it to 2020. Stick to your goals. Because if you stick to the goals instead of the resolution, you're more than likely to accomplish those goals. When you have New Year's resolutions, like every year you've had a New Year's resolution and you haven't stuck to it since. So with that being said, look at yourself and your own statistics on things that you know that you can do to help build that momentum and help you succeed with some of those goals. If you're tuning in, you're listening to Yeah, I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. We're talking about we made it to 2020, now what? So I just want to say that during this time, I was just so grateful. A lot of people say, new year, new me, and, all of that stuff. But I'm here to tell you, don't have that mindset of new year, new me. No, same you, new year, okay? What you want to do is have growth because people don't want to have to deal with the inconsistency of personalities. That's why anybody that knows me knows that I'm the same then, the same now, and I'm going to be the same when them dollars and them commas add up because consistency is key. And so people don't want to be like, oh, here come another person, or here come this guy, or here come this girl, and now all of a sudden it's new year, new me. No. New year, new habits. New year, new lifestyle. New year, new hairdo. But it's not a new you. It's the same you. The you that you've been being. And if you're tuning in, you're listening to Yeah, I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Listen, we made it. Now what? The beginning of 2019 for me was a challenge because I wasn't where I wanted to be in life. And for some of you, the beginning of this year, 2020, you're in a position where you didn't want to be in, or you don't want to be in your life. Everybody doesn't have a green light and a go in their life. Nobody has rich parents or wealthy parents that's going to slap a fortune of money in your lap and allow you to go execute your dreams. And so you have to reflect back on some of the things that you may need to change in order to execute your vision. 2019, the beginning of 2019, I wasn't fully able and capable of giving myself to things that I wanted because I was attached to things that were incomplete. And a lot of us will not be able to move forward the way that we envision here, right? We're talking about 2020 vision. The way we envision our lives up here won't be able to reflect in real life if we don't look at how we've done things in the past. I wasn't able to give my all to a lot of things because I was attached to things that were incomplete. And in order for you to really magnify and really get the best of 2020 in your years to come, you have to complete the things that you have not completed. You can't jump from an incomplete assignment here to try to complete an assignment here. Because what it will do is it'll hinder you and then you'll end up going back. Now you're 10 steps ahead, but because you failed to complete a particular project, now you're 10 steps back because you didn't complete it when you had the opportunity to. So I'm here to tell you, and I'm sorry guys, my eyes are watering because I got these old crazy allergies and they're watering. But anyway, I said it before I take it back. I'm gonna add more to it. Eyes watering or not. Listen, we made it to 2020. Now what? One of the things that I had to learn was not only be accountable for what I did and what I didn't do, but I also had to learn to look at the things that I did not complete, the things that I knew I needed to do. So anything that I'm doing for 2020 are already things that I'd already established in my mind that I knew that I needed to complete. See, some of us have the tendency to jump into or onto another project because it seems easier. Nobody likes to work hard. We all want our flowers, but nobody want to get in that dirt. Nobody want to toil that ground. Nobody wants to get out there and water that grass or be in that hot sun, dealing with planting those seeds. But everybody wants to harvest. Nobody wants to grind, but everybody wants to shine. And at the end of the day, if you're tuning in, you're listening to I Said It Before I Take It Back. I'm your host, Zsa Zsa. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Listen, everybody wants to shine. Nobody wants to grind. I was talking to my sister yesterday, and, I was telling her, I said, hey, we got to get this stuff done. It has to get done. And a lot of us, we want to have the fun, right? We want to celebrate the success, but we don't want to put in the work. Listen, for 2020, it's all work. I don't want to hear what you got to say. I don't want to talk about schedule no meeting to talk about what we're going to talk about, what we talked about, when we talked about it. Listen, 2020 is about all work. Either you're going to do the work or you ain't going to do the work. You're going to watch everybody else do the work. And that's how you get people who become clout chasers, because they want to hold on to the coattail of somebody else's work and then just shine when everybody else is shining, but you didn't help out with the grinding process. And so you got to be mindful of people who jump on the paddy wagon of your success when it's rising. You want to be alarmed and aware of those individuals, because at the end of the day, people are going to jump on your paddy wagon whether you're successful or not. They're going to find a reason to latch a hold of you. And I'm so grateful and I'm so extremely blessed that I have a spirit and a very sensitive spirit and an alarming spirit that allows me to pay attention to people and their objectives. This year, every day that you wake up, you pay attention to people's objectives of you. Are they being around you because you have something to offer them? And if you do, what do they have to offer you in return? See, at the end of the day, a lot of your 2019 came from unequal relationships. You gave more than they gave. You supported more than they supported. You showed up more than they showed up. You see what I'm saying? You helped out a lot more than they helped out. This year, you got to pay attention to everybody's objectives of how they plan on being in your life. Because at the end of the day, after the excitement of 2020 and this being a new year's over, and we get back to our regular scheduled programming, once the excitement has settled, And now the anticipation is over and 2020 is here. Now that it's here, now what? What's next? If you're tuning in, you're listening to Yeah, I Said It. I'm your host, Zsa Zsa. And if you're tuning in, y'all already know before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Because at the end of the day, the anticipation and the excitement of 2020 getting here is here. Now what? It's here. So all that 2020 vision and this my year. Okay. If it's your year, now what? What are your plans? What's your execution going to look like? Okay, you say you want to have a baby. You want to get married. You want to start a business. You want to go back to school. You just want to pay your bills on time. It may not be, as big as my vision for me is. Your vision may just be to get to places on time this year. This year I want to be on time. Whatever your vision of what you want your 2020 to look like, there has to be plans, right? But then there has to be execution. And the way that you executed your plans before has to be different from how you execute them this time. See, before you were lackadaisical, you were callous, you took your time, then you want to scramble and hurry up and rush and everything, and now everything is an emergency, and everything that's your emergency is now their urgency. You gotta maneuver differently this time. If your plan worked last year and it was successful, and you say, you know what, Zsa, my strategy and my method really worked for me. Well, listen, work that method and beef it up a notch. So I know that because I'm grateful and because I'm blessed, I know that there are some more blessings to come. But if you're ungrateful and you don't know that you're blessed with what you have, just the minimum of what you have, then you're not going to be grateful for the next step that God has in store for you. Because if you can't be grateful for the little things, how do you expect to be blessed with the big things? If you're not grateful for that little raggedy car that you got, you cannot anticipate being put in a position where you get a brand new vehicle. Because if you ain't taking care of the used car that you have by getting tune-ups, oil changes, tire rotations, keeping gas in the car, then how do you anticipate getting a foreign BMW? If you can't take care of the little Ford Escort, how you think you're going to take care of a BMW IS80 or whatever it is? If you're ignoring the oil change light on your Toyota Camry, how do you anticipate taking care of a Mercedes Benz? See, some of us have to learn. We have to learn to be grateful and appreciative to the blessings and the things that we already have. Because when we show the excitement and the gratefulness of the things that we already have, God says, okay, they grateful. They grateful for that. You know what? I'm about to drop this blessing on them real quick. I've been in positions where I went from sleeping on a coffee table with cushions from the couch in a corner, making me a little bed, making my little area nice and neat for my little room, to having a whole house. I got 4 closets in my bedroom. Yeah, I said it before I take it back. I'm going to add more to it. I'm not being braggadocious, but what I'm saying is I was grateful. No, I wasn't happy I was sleeping on 2 cushions on a coffee table in a corner. No, I wasn't excited about being in my sister-in-law's den, but I was grateful. And I made sure that den was clean. I made sure that my area was clean. Now I can go in my house, in my room, and go in any closet. I can go in my shoe closet. When I remember my shoes being packed up in them little plastic totes that you get from Family Dollars and Maya's and all them little storage bins. I remember having my things packed up. You hear me? Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. When you learn to be grateful over a few things, God will make you ruler over many things. And you don't have a lot of things because you're not grateful over the few things. And you say, well, Zsa Zsa, how long do I got to be grateful? Well, listen, as long as it takes. As long as it takes. Sometimes God will put us in uncomfortable positions so that he can put us in better positions. And in the midst of those uncomfortable positions, I was frustrated. I complained. I cried. I prayed. I became depressed. Some days I didn't feel it. Some days I was enthused about it. Some days I was positive about it. Some days I just didn't say nothing. But at the end of the day, I didn't stop. I didn't stop looking. I didn't stop praying. I didn't stop making plans and moves that would get me to the next level. It didn't mean that I had everything together. I had all the resources that I needed. It just meant that when the time came, I was going to be ready. See, some of y'all have not put your plans into place, but you want the blessing, but you're not ready. If the opportunity presents itself, for anybody to ask me of anything, I'm ready. If they say I'm ready for your pilot, it's already signed, sealed, and delivered. If somebody say, hey, I'm ready for, can you do an audition? I already got my reel ready. If somebody say, hey, I want to try one of your, what's one of your favorite dishes that you're making and you're a chef, you already can say, these are my signature dishes. Oh, okay, well, you want to be a pastry chef or a baker. These are the things that I need. These are the things that I need to do in order to be in place. Oh, how much do you charge for your services? Okay, I can send you an invoice already. Everything's already ready. See, a lot of things, opportunities are missed because we're not properly prepared. And I say this on all of my episodes. Proper planning prevents poor performance. And if you want to really perform at your best, you got to prepare for it. Saturday, I have my first rehearsal for the tour. And we have to prepare for an 8-minute speech. Every week, I talk to y'all for an hour. So 8-minute speech ain't nothing. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. You know why? Because I've been prepared. And when you properly prepare yourself, your opportunities don't get passed up because you're ready. See, Big Sean, if he didn't have his CD or his tape ready to give Kanye West, he would have missed his opportunity. It didn't mean that he wouldn't be a Big Sean still. It just means that his opportunity would have came a little later. See, some of us miss opportunities because we're not prepared for those opportunities. And now that the excitement of 2020 is here, now what? Now what? And if you're tuning in, you're listening to I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel because you do know Zsa Zsa. I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. We're talking about, listen, we made it. We made it. Now what? Okay, we made it over. Now what? You can't keep complaining about the same job that you hate because 9 times out of 10, it ain't going to change. Either you're going to change and get yourself out of the situation or get in a better position, or you're going to leave. But sitting there complaining about a job or a career or a family or a mate or a spouse or a lover or whatever the case may be, you can't keep complaining about the same things that you're not willing to change. It's a new year, but are you willing to change the lifestyle? Are you willing to change the habits? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to make those changes? See, at the end of the day, there are some things that I decided that I wasn't going to do last year that's going to help me this year. There are some people that I decided to walk away from. It don't mean I hate them. Don't mean I don't like them. It's none of that. Ain't no beef. But where I'm going and what I'm doing, I can't be connected to you because you're not dedicated enough. You're not dedicated to your craft. So how can I consider you my partner, my friend, my homie, whatever the case may be, if you're not dedicated to what God gave you? If you're not dedicated to what God gave you, how you going to be dedicated to what God gave me? That's why I'm always very mindful of people who say they want to partner, collab, meet, talk. If you're not dedicated to your craft and what you're doing, and you're not serious about what you're doing, how can I be serious about you helping me? You got to be mindful of who you have by your side in 2020. Some of you are in draining relationships. You're in draining relationships with people who won't even cross a puddle, and you over here crossing oceans for them. Then you all upset, mad because they ain't calling you back and they ain't responding to your text messages. Let me tell you something. Everybody had a phone with them all day long. Okay? There are some text messages that I don't respond to right then and there because either I don't have time or I don't want to respond right then and there. Yeah, I said it before I take it back. I'm going to add more to it. Don't you let not their soul fool you into thinking, oh, I didn't get the text, or I didn't get the call, or I didn't get the message, or I didn't see it. Listen, they have made it accessible where you know who's on social media when they don't want to talk to you. Listen, because at the end of the day, if God puts something in your spirit, idea, vision, whatever the case may be, it's up to you to carry that. Nobody's going to carry it. Because 2020, everybody's talking about 2020 vision, right? Everybody has 2020 vision. And the thing about the difference between a vision and the reality is action. Action. You know, the difference between a movie in somebody's mind and a movie on a big screen is action. The difference between you getting an opportunity next to the next person is action. People want to know all the time how I'm able to get what I get. Action. I move. I move on opportunities. I don't sit around wondering if they gonna do it. You know, I think about it, but I move. A lot of you talk yourselves out of opportunities. You've had opportunities and choices to make, and you choose other people over you. You choose other people's opinions of you over your own opinion of you. Let me tell y'all something. The loudest voice to me is God and mine. I value other people's opinions, but the loudest voice for me is God's and mine. And at the end of the day, if your voice is telling me what I can and cannot do, if your opinion of me is more superior than my opinion of me, that's a problem. You won't be able to succeed in 2020 if other people's opinions of you, if you suffer from OPP, other people's opinions. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. If you suffer from OPP, other people's opinions, you are going to suffer for 2020. If you worried about if he like your hairdo, if she like your dress, if they like your event, if you're focused more on what everybody else thinks about what you're doing than what you think about what you're doing, you are not going to be successful in your career and life in general. Because everybody else's opinions matter more than yours. You know, one of the craziest things is that the richest place in the world is the cemetery. The richest place in the world is the cemetery. You know why? Because all those people died with $1 million, $1 billion ideas, and they were afraid to execute those ideas because of somebody else's opinion of them. Let me tell you something. I know I ain't for everybody. I know my opinion, my personality, my character is grand, okay? It is huge, humongous, out of this world, okay? And some people's opinions of me may be dependent upon their interaction with me. Some people don't want to be around people who have or know their purpose. Because now you're not so easily persuaded by somebody else's purpose or their decision of you. And if you're tuning in, you're listening to I said it, before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Listen, I'm your host, Zsa Zsa. Listen, make sure that you follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Listen, if you are in need of help with your business needs, Hubbard Resource Group, which is one of my companies, is here to assist you. Listen, I tell all of my clients, your success starts with you. And if you really want to be successful, there are some things that you have to work on for you. So listen, I have a really, really great opportunity right now. We're doing consultations all this month. We're doing half off consultations. If you want to schedule a consultation for your business or your nonprofit, listen, slide into my DMs and say, hey, Zsa, I want to get a consultation. Sign me up. What do I got to do? How do I want to do it? Because listen, you want to be around people who know what they're doing. Period. If you don't know what you're doing, you need to be around people who do know what they're doing. It's just real simple. Because at the end of the day, what you perceive to have as a vision will always be a vision if it doesn't have a plan attached and execution attached to the vision. You can have a vision of being the number one ice cream salesman in the state of Michigan, right? That's your vision, okay? But if there's no plan on how you're going to get the ice cream truck, put the ice cream in the stores, make sure every kid got ice cream in their hand. If you don't know how to execute that part and create that plan, then the execution is going to be tough. Because what's going to happen is you're just going to be doing stuff. You're just going to be doing stuff that you think that you're supposed to be doing or that you need to do in order for you to be successful. And if you're tuning in, you're listening to, I said it before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Listen. In 2020, be intentional. Be intentional on what you say. Be intentional on what you do. Because I'm intentional when I go support people. I'm intentional when I go and I talk about somebody else's brand. I'm intentional about the guests that I have on my show. I'm intentional about my purpose. When your intentions are right, your purpose is clear and pure. But when your intentions are not right, you're going to have hell and chaos in your life. I'm telling you. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. When your intentions are not right, chaos follows. And if you're tuning in, you're listening to I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Be intentional in 2020. If you're going to support people, support them. If you're going to repost. Don't talk about it, be about it. I don't want to hear about nothing about what nobody got to say. I get people tell me all the time, oh my God, I love what you do. I love hearing you talk. Whoa. Did you repost? Did you share my stuff? Did you tell somebody to watch me? That's showing me your support. That's telling me that is a form of congratulations for me. And see, people will say congratulations privately but won't support you publicly. I pay attention to that. People say congratulations to me all the time and they don't even repost my stuff on their own page. Don't share nothing that I'm doing. Oh, I'll say thank you for the congratulations. Thank you. I ain't tripping, but I pay attention because I'm intentional on what I do. When I say I support somebody or when I say that I'm doing something for somebody, I do it. I'm intentional on how I work. I'm intentional about how I move. But I also pay attention to other people's intentions when it comes to me. See, it's easy to say congratulations in my DMs and in my private messages. Say it on my page. It's easy to say I'm so proud of what you're doing. Buy my stuff. Support my stuff. Repost my stuff. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. That shows me that you support me. That shows me that your congratulations is sincere. Period. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Am I mad? Not at all. Do I feel some type of way? Nope, not at all. Because me seeing what you're doing and how you're moving doesn't dictate how I'm going to move. It just lets me know I see you for what I see you as. And then we can keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, my goal to be successful is not equivalent to being beefed out with somebody. If you beefed out with somebody right now and you want to be successful, squash that beef. If it ain't that big of a deal, like if they don't owe you thousands of dollars or a few hundreds of dollars, or if you can help it, avoid beef at all costs. Who want to be angry, upset, mad, frustrated? That takes you away from your destiny, your purpose, your goals. If me and you beefed out and I don't know it, you might as well chop that up. Cause at the end of the day, when you're beefed out with somebody, it takes your attention away of your goals. See, I had to end a situation last year in 2019. I just wrapped it up. December 31st. December 30th. No, 31st. December 30th, 2019. I had to wrap up a situation that I allowed to go too long. I allowed a situation to linger too long. And see, when you allow situations to linger too long, it can cause havoc in your life. Because you didn't address it, nip it in the butt, deal with it when you were supposed to at that appointed time. It's like a sickness. If you don't deal with that sickness at that appointed time, that sickness can have the propensity to take over your body. Because you keep ignoring it. It's just like a kid that matriculates all through high school, and you allow them to have bad grades all through high school, and then that senior year, they decide, man, I really want to go to college. Well, because you hadn't been consistent in taking care of the needs of your grades, here come your senior year, it's going to be very challenging and very difficult in order for you to be successful and get into those particular colleges that you want to get into. So I'm saying all that to say, if you don't nip cancerous situations in the bud, they can spread. And they'll be detrimental to what it is that you want to do when that time comes. And if you're tuning in, you're listening to I Said It, because y'all already know before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it, because y'all ain't going to do nothing with me in 2020 but either support me or love me or you're going to hate me. And at the end of the day, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. It's the blessing comes from being mature. When you see a situation that could possibly become a beef or become an issue, because some of you all don't know how to have a disagreement or have an issue with someone and talk it out. See, some of you are so timid and quote unquote non-confrontational that you don't address situations when you need to address them. And in your mind, you feel some type of way. And so now you don't want to talk to them no more because you don't want to address a situation. And now you have a whole beef with somebody that they don't even know you beefing with them. Because you chose not to address those issues that you felt that you had with particular individuals. Nah, we made it to 2020. Now what? If you're tuning in, you're listening to I Said It. We made it. Now what? Because if you operated in 2020 and some issues weren't as successful then now you know that there has to be a game changer for 2020. Listen, my mama used to say, you can't squeeze juice out of a turnip. If something ain't there, it ain't there. You got to put certain things aside for your success. And the thing about it is, if you gonna fight for your future. If you want to boss up to somebody, boss up to your business. If you trying to be beefed out with somebody, be beefed out with your goals. At the end of the day, let me tell you something. The only thing that's worth fighting for in my life right now is my future. That's the only thing that I'm willing to put on some boxing gloves for. I have come across so many challenges in my life that I'm not about to allow some mediocre situation to allow me to be beefed out with somebody. Let me tell you something. I will cut it off. I will cut it off at the limb. I will cut off my leg to save my body. And see, some of y'all aren't willing to cut off your leg to save your body because you're so attached to this thing. These things that are hurting, killing, and causing obstructions in your life. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. And see, nobody's going to kick it with you and keep it 100 with you because you want everybody to be your friend. You want yes people around you. See, I'm not a yes girl. So if you're looking for me to be a yes girl and you really want my opinion, I suggest you don't ask me because I'm going to tell you 100% straight up, cocaine white, no chaser. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. And if you're tuning in, you're listening to Yeah, I Said It, and we're talking about we made it. Now what? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Zsa Zsa. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Listen, it is some really great things that's coming up in 2020. Schedule your appointment with my company, Hubbard Resource Group, if you're looking to build your nonprofit or your business. Listen, if you're looking to schedule an appointment or get your taxes done this year, make sure you come to TNT Taxes. It's in Southfield. If you want more information, make sure that you DM me if you want to schedule your appointment to get your taxes done in the tax office. And at the end of the day, if you're looking for a speaker or a host for any of your events, or if you're looking for a behind the scenes host, because you may already have a host for your event, but you may want to capture some additional moments that the host may not be able to capture. So I'll be more than willing and ready to be your host, your speaker, and or your behind the scenes host. And if you're not busy this evening, make sure that you come out and support Dr. Richard T. James. He's having a financial seminar. If you want to learn more about that information, please tune in. Please tune in, DM me if you want more information for that financial seminar. Listen, we got to work together, not only to build each other up with what it is that we're doing, but there are some people that are in your life that it can actually help you and catapult your life to the next level. And I have the pleasure of being a part of a lot of different people's projects and things that they're doing that are successful. You want to be a part of people that are moving forward and that are successful. Who wants to be around people who aren't moving? Who wants to be around people that talk about their vision and don't execute their vision? If we're talking about 2020, right, and we've made it. We made it over. Okay, the anticipation is over. Everybody was talking in 2019 about what they was going to be, who they was going to be, what they was going to do in 2020. Okay, it's here. Now what? Now what? And if you're tuning in, you're listening to I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Not only if you're going to fight, make sure you fight for your future, but listen, let me tell you something. Changes are happening regardless if you change or not. Changes are happening whether you decide you want to change or not. 10 years ago, you wouldn't tell me that we wouldn't have all these vegans and processed food and high numbers of cancer. You couldn't tell me that. You know why? Because our food was a lot different 10 years ago. They weren't modified. They were testing a lot of this stuff. This stuff has been in motion for years, okay? Kidnaps, human trafficking, women being abducted. It's been happening, but it's been an influx. 10 years ago, insurance was cheaper. Hospital bills were cheaper. Education was cheaper. Hell, hair was cheaper. But now, you got to think about now, there are changes that are happening that have nothing to do with you. And there's nothing that you can do to stop the changes from happening. That's why you got to be careful of what you decide to do in your life, because changes are inevitable. And at the end of the day, whether you want to change or not, there is a shift, and the shift is happening. You're going to watch people become successful, or you're going to join the paddy wagon of people that are successful. Doesn't mean that you clout chase it. It just means that you're putting yourself in a position where you want to be around other successful people. Now, if you're going to be around other successful people, make sure you can bring something to the table. Not just, oh, I want to pick your brain. Oh, I want to be able to see what you doing so that I can duplicate it, so that I can make it better, and then say that I created it. No, that's not how that works. How it works is, you know what? I want to glean from you. So by me gleaning from you, what is it that I can do to help and assist you? And while I'm gleaning from you and learning from you, I can do this. I can do this. Or just pay for the consultation and pay for them to teach you what it is that you need to know. Not only that, but I'm at a place right now where if you can't hold me up, if you can't hold me down, don't hold me up. Period. If you can't hold me down, don't hold me up. Because see, people will like to occupy your time. And one thing's for sure, two things for certain, is that you cannot get back time. Okay? Cannot get time back. We cannot revert and go backwards. You cannot get time back. Wasted time on relationships. If he ain't the one, move on. If she ain't the one, move on. You better move fast, because you're going to look up and it's going to be 10 years and you're going to be with somebody you wish you was with. And you're angry and you're frustrated because you didn't allow this person to waste 10 years of your life because you thought he was going to marry you, and all you got is 6 babies from it. You better pay attention. You don't get time back. You don't get time back. You saying, oh, I want a career change, but I don't want to leave this job because of my benefits. I'm going to tell you something about them benefits. If you're not careful, you'll work 25 years for a company and they won't even give you your pension. Because again, I just said things change. Things will change and they'll have nothing to do with you. And there won't be nothing you can do about it. I was just reading how they put antennas. They're putting antennas in $50 bills. Nothing to do with you. They didn't ask you for permission to put an antenna or a tracking device in your money. Did anybody ask you for your permission? Did anybody ask you permission to put a chip on your debit card? Nobody asked you permission to put a chip on your debit card. Nobody. They just did it. Nobody asked your permission for how much the milk should cost. Nobody. Nobody consulted with you on how much eggs should be. Did anybody consult with you and tell you how much your insurance is going to cost? Did anybody say, name your price? No, they didn't. They didn't. So at the end of the day, don't hold me up if you can't hold me down. If you're not going to hold me down, don't hold me up. Don't be in my way. Don't occupy my time. Don't occupy my space if you don't plan on holding me up and keeping me lifted and supporting what I'm doing. You have to be very mindful. Time is of the essence. You don't get that back. My son is getting ready to be 17 years old. And I'm telling you, as God is my witness, I remember the day he was born. Time. You don't get that back. So you better spend it wisely. There are some people that died in 2019 that's not with you in 2020. Time. You don't get that back. And while we posting selfies and making videos, you better be spending time with your family and creating real memories. Because at the end of the day, once you're gone, you're gone. Once they're gone, they're gone. And then now you're suffering from separation anxiety. And now you're dealing with depression because now you're thinking about time. The time that I should have spent. The time that I could have had with this person. The time I wasted and I could have finished college. The time I wasted on this particular person when I had somebody that wanted to love me, but I was too ignorant and arrogant to see it. Time. You don't get time back, so don't waste it. There are a lot of gifts from God, but one of the best gifts from God is the gift of goodbye. See, goodbyes and see you laters are different. Goodbyes is exactly what it is. Goodbye. See you later. Adios. Arrivederci. Peace out. I'm gone. Goodbye. See you later says this is to be continued. Okay? There's still a situation here. So I don't tell people, all right, see you later. That's what I say. See you later. Because goodbyes ultimately mean this situation is coming to a close. It's come to an end. And see, some of you are saying see you later to things that you should be saying goodbye to. Goodbye to them cigarettes. Goodbye to unhealthy eating. Goodbye to unhealthy relationships. Goodbye to unhealthy thought processes. Goodbye to being lackadaisical with my business and callous with my business. Goodbye to people that don't mean me no good. Goodbye to the homies that I used to hang out with that's still doing the same thing. Goodbye. But no, instead of saying goodbye, you say, see you later. See you later. See you later. All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, I'll see you later. When it should be goodbye. I'm done. It is over. Finite. Finished. And then your 2020 is all messed up and horrible. Let me tell you something. I got a call first day out of 2020. And I got a call already of some nonsense. And I think that the caller wanted me to be bothered. But I was so unbothered. I had already made up in my mind in 2019 what I wasn't going to do in 2020. So when the person came to me with the information, I had already made up in my mind that we were going to have this conversation anyway. Because I no longer wanted to be a part of this foolishness. No way. My time is a lot more valuable. And when people don't respect your time, they'll treat it any kind of way. They'll have you waiting. They'll say, oh, can you pick me up? And you say, yeah, I'll be there in 15 minutes. And then they say, okay, yeah, I'll be ready. And then you get there 15 minutes and now you waiting for 30. Time. You don't get that back. And don't allow anyone to waste your time. You know, one of the blessings that I'm so grateful for is knowing how important consistency is. If you don't remember nothing that I say today, remember that consistency is key. I know a lot of people say it and it seems so cliche, but it is. The more that you do something, it's like a kid learning how to ride a bike, right? You don't wake up and say, I am an excellent bike rider. No, you don't. You start off with that little training wheel bad boy, that little three wheel, that little tricycle boy, the little things on the side. You start off with that bad boy. Then you level up. You level up to a bigger bike. Now this bigger bike got training wheels. It didn't sit as low as the tricycle. So now you're at bigger bike status, but you still got training wheels, right? Okay? Y'all going with me? You matriculated from the tricycle. You went to the bike with the training wheels on it. And then as soon as those training wheels come off is the real test. See, you feel more secure with training wheels, right? 2019 was the year of training wheels. Some of you had the training wheels on. 2020 is time to take the training wheels off. It's okay to wobble. It's okay to fall. It's okay to not know what you're doing. It's okay. But see, just like when those training wheels came off and you were scared, there were people there to help you. To say, come on, get back up. Come on, push the pedals. Come on. That's where we got to be with one another. Okay, I see what you're doing, sis. All right, come on. What you got next? What you need me to do? Okay. And then next thing you know, you riding that bike. You gone. You up and down the street. You gone. Then you become an expert. You don't become an expert in bike riding until you get out in that street. See, you become an expert in bike riding when you get out in that street and you out there with cars, other bikes, other people, getting out the way, learning the curve, swerve, hop on over the curve. You don't become an expert with bike riding until you're able to get out there in that street. That's when you know you got the skills. See, but long as you safe on that sidewalk, riding that bike back and forth, you'll never know how exciting it is to ride in the street. You'll never know how exciting it is until you take those training wheels off. It's scary. Believe you me. I'm scared all the time. I'm nervous every time I do the show before the show starts. I'm like, oh God, I hope they like it. I hope they take something from it. But then I get back out there and now I'm on my bike and I'm in the street. And if you're tuning in, you're listening to I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. We're talking about you made it. Now what? You made it. Now what? Because at the end of the day, there was so much anticipation, so much excitement for 2020 to get here, and it's here. Now what? You gonna keep looking at them plans on that paper, or you gonna put some work to it? You gonna keep talking about doing an event and collaborate with certain people, or are you gonna throw the hook out there and hope somebody bite? It's okay if people tell you no, or I won't be available, or maybe next time. You got to be okay with learning to take that no and take that L. Because I'm going to tell you something. Any successful person, I put this on my life. Yeah, I said it before I take it back. I'm going to add more to it. Any successful person in this world, not Detroit, not Michigan, not this country, in the world. Any successful person in the world had to fail to get to where they are. If it was failing at their hypotheses, if it was failing at words that they forgot, if it was failing because they missed a part, if it was failing because they didn't like a dish, if it was failing, they failed at something. You got to stop being so scared of failing. I talked about this last year in one of my episodes about failing forward. It's okay to fail, but you can't keep falling and you can't keep failing. I remember my son, he got a bad grade in one of his classes. And he was so frustrated. He was so depressed. He was so down. And I said, does that grade reflect who you are? No. Does this grade make or break you? No. Okay. Well, if the grade doesn't define you and it doesn't make or break you, let's see what you can do with a higher grade. If you know that you're more than an F, and you know that you're worth more than an F, why are you accepting F work? If you know that you are a 4.0 prize, then why are you around F people? If you know that you deserve an A and you give an A plus in everything that you do, why you still hanging out with D's and F people? If I gotta be by myself to save myself, it's okay. Because see, in 2020, some of you all were attached to people that you should have let go of because you suffer from a separation anxiety. You don't know how to let some people go. You've been with this guy for so long. My bed smell like him. You've been in your friends with this person for so long. Let me tell you something. I thank God for him moving people out of my life so that he can make room for more people that's supposed to be in my life. Because I'm going to tell you something. People that's supposed to be in your life, they're not going to let you leave. Especially when you add value to their life and they add value to yours. They're not going to let you walk away. They're going to understand that there's a higher vibration and that you're going up and you're elevating, and they're going to respect that. Because those people who you've shared your vision with, we talking about we made it in 2020, now what? Those people that you shared your vision with, what you want to do, what you want to be in life, how you want to be when you grew up. Anybody that knows me that I've shared some of my visions with, they shouldn't be surprised when I make it. Yeah, I said it before I take it back. I'm going to add more to it. People that you know have purpose on their life and they're following a methodical strategy and they're moving, you shouldn't be surprised when they're successful. And you shouldn't be hating either. Because there was a point when I was recording my shows and I was only getting 2 and 3 likes, 17 views. I went from 17 views to 3,000. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. I'm not saying it to be braggadocious, but what I'm saying is that consistency is key. And you shouldn't apologize for doors that are open. My sisters and I have an opportunity, well, not even have an opportunity. They have signed us as brand ambassadors for a company called Zookit, and they've created this braless bra. And I'm going to tell y'all something about this braless bra, honey. Let me tell you something. If your breast is low down and depressed, this braless bra is going to have you high and lifted. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Because don't no man want to see no low down, depressed breasts. Your breasts all saggy. He want to see some breasts that's high and lifted. Lift up your breasts. You all loopy and low down. That's why your back hurt. Stand up straight. Sit up straight. But the braless bra, back to that, the braless bra product, the creator, the woman, I can't tell you who the creator is, but everybody knows her. She is, I wouldn't say famous, but she is kind of famous. People see her every day. She has an amazing team of women that have created this product, and they are already in production phase. And so my sisters and I have the opportunity to be the brand ambassadors. And one of my goals for 2019 and 2018 was to do a project with my family, with my sisters. And listen, I'm Kris Jenner of the family, okay? So that's the Kardashians' mama, if y'all don't know. But and I'm always telling my siblings, y'all should do this, we should do this. You know, but they're going to listen to me soon enough. But I'm only going to work with those who want to listen. Because you can't make everybody listen. And you can't show everybody your vision. And everybody can't see your vision for what you see it for. But at the end of the day, braless bra, okay, is for sizes AA to size M. Now, anybody who knows anything after a double D is extremely large, okay? And so for those women, and we're still talking about we've made it, now what? And if you're tuning in, you're listening to I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. It's your girl, Zsa Zsa. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube, and share this video. Just hit share. It's real quick. Like, boop, share. It's real simple. You ain't got to think about it. It ain't something. If you got to think about sharing my video, then you ain't my people. Yeah, I said it. Before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. But at the end of the day, with the Braless Bra as ambassadors, my sisters and I, we're accomplishing a goal that I set out in 2020. And we're talking about execution, because some of you have been sitting on your assignment for so long. And it's so funny because, everybody is so, in an uproar because of the leadership in our country. But I'm going to tell you something. With the creators of the Braless Bra, the innovation, if you want to sow a seed into it, I'll add the link to this video. The tape for this Braless Bra innovation, this invention, is so innovative. It doesn't have any wiring. It doesn't have no clips. It don't have no straps. You ain't got to crisscross nothing. Let me tell you something. One of the best things about this product is it can go with any shirt or dress. How many of us know, ladies, how uncomfortable it is to try to wear a particular outfit and you don't have the proper undergarments to support how you want that outfit to look? Not only that, but fellas, how many times have you been in a situation where you seen a girl and she looked cute, but you see her bra and it's like, dang, everything was cute, but I see your bra and it's not invisible, like it kind of looks tacky. Or you're ready to get intimate with somebody and you got to go through unstrapping bras and unhooking. And you got to do all that. With this tape, y'all, you just pull it off. You pull it on and you just peel it off. Isn't that free? You ain't got to worry about no strap on your back. You don't got to worry about wearing an outfit and they see a strapless dress. And it's all the way for women who have size M breast, okay? This invention is so amazing, and I'm so glad to be a part of it because it's right in the beginning stages. And I'm gonna tell you something, 2020, you might want to be careful to not pass up on opportunities in its beginning stages, because it ain't popping. Everything didn't start off popping, okay? Their popping had to go. It's just like popcorn. You don't get the popcorn until the kernel gets popped. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Some of you want the popcorn without the kernel. And at the end of the day, the popcorn is the kernel. You want the tree without the seed. The seed is the tree. They are one. And you don't get one without the other. You don't get the tree without the seed. You don't get the orange juice without the orange. You don't get the apple pie without the apples. Simple. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. So at the end of the day, you don't apologize for open doors. My sisters and I, listen, I'm not about to toot my own horn, but you know you. You know what you bring to the table. You know what you do. You know how you treat people. You know if you consistent. You know if you inconsistent. You know if you do your due diligence. You know if you spend more time partying and hanging out than you do your ideas and your vision. You know if you're a good parent and take care of your kids. You know if you don't. I don't got to tell you that. You know you. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. But what I will say is I'm not going to be apologetic for any doors that are opening for me, because I'm putting in the work to obtain those doors. And not only am I not going to be apologetic for the doors that are opening, I'm not going to be apologetic for you not getting the opportunity. Because I'm going to tell you something. When I went to LA, my first time in LA, and I think I told you guys this, but if I didn't tell y'all, I'm listening to it like I told you for the first time. I went to LA with someone that I consider to be a really great friend of mine. They want to be an actor, a dancer, and a singer. Triple threat, right? I act. Just like I acted in a play, for those of you who supported me, thank you. It was an amazing production. And once it goes on sale, I'll let you guys know so that way I can get some copies and send them out so you guys can see the play that I was in. But I said all that to say, I'm not going to apologize for any doors that's been open for me, and I'm not going to apologize for you missing out on the door. Because I'm going to tell you something. Anybody that has been connected to me, I ensure that you are just as successful as me. I don't want to sit at the table of success by myself, so I ensure people that are around me. Oh, you say you want to be the best plumber? Okay, well, let me take you and show you about the Plumber Academy. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are seizing those opportunities and not being apologetic for moving forward. Don't allow people to pull you back because you've progressed. People hate progression. They hate progression. And I tell people all the time, progress, not perfection. If you're looking for a perfect person, then don't look for me, because I ain't perfect. Yeah, I said it before I take it back. I'm going to add more to it. Not only that, but if you're looking to have your business, have your nonprofit, sign up with consultation with Hubbard Resource Group. Make sure that you support Braless Bra. I'll put all the information about this initiative and about this brand, this amazing brand for women. And young ladies, and it also can be used for tape for men as well. If you're looking to do your taxes, make sure you schedule your appointment, because y'all already know it's tax time, and I know y'all ballers out there is ready to get y'all tax money so y'all can take care of some of the things you didn't get a chance to take care of in 2019. And not only that, but if you're looking to get married and you're looking for a wedding officiant, listen, I'm a wedding officiant, licensed and ordained to do weddings, funerals, baby showers, christenings, all that good stuff. So if you're looking for a wedding officiant, I'm your girl for that. And listen, I have been picked for the speakers forum with Forbes and Sean Fair Consulting, and it's really an amazing opportunity. And I'm going to be selling tickets for the tour. I want you guys to purchase a ticket. If you love me, you'll purchase a ticket. You ain't even got to come. Just purchase a ticket. That'll help me out tremendously. And if you're tuning in, you're listening to Yeah, I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. That is an amazing opportunity that I came across, and I'm super, super duper grateful. And at the end of the day, your health is your wealth. The Kelly's Kids Foundation is getting ready for our 4th annual Hustle for the Heart Fair in remembrance of my mother, Kelly Hubbard, which is one of the reasons we started the Kelly's Kids Foundation in the first place. So make sure that you share that information. Follow me on my Instagram, follow me on my Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and check out a lot of my IG stories and Facebook stories. I have a lot of information that I share throughout those things, because I see a lot of y'all view it. Y'all may not speak to me in public, but I see that y'all viewing my IG and my Facebook stories, because those things don't lie. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Listen, I love y'all so much. Make sure that you guys go out to the Strut Fashion Show. They were my guests last week on Yeah, I Said It. B. Will from Stone Jungle Apparel and Cy Blue, one of the models, actresses, and ambassadors. They're having the Strut Fashion Show to help with human trafficking awareness. It is going to be an amazing event. And if you want to know anything that I got going on, I'm going to put it into my IG stories, my Facebook stories, so that you know what's going on. Listen, it's 2020. We made it, y'all. Now what? Execution is key. Don't talk about it, be about it. And y'all already know, yeah, I said it. Before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Share this video, share this post. I love y'all. Until the end, peace.